Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for for mid-February 2023. We're going to jump right in here, Aries, and you start off, look at this. You have this romance and sweetness card and this heart card that says love, new love, and you have the lovers. Are you kidding? So, if you're, and look at, damn, Aries, I'll tell you what. If you're looking for love, and even if you aren't, I feel like there could be a person coming in for you. Definitely like a knight in shining armor coming in for you as well. I feel like saying there's more below the surface. This card right here, this Wonders card, it kind of represents the tip of the iceberg to me. It kind of represents a love situation where, but this would be a good thing, by the way. I feel like this could be a person where it's like you don't expect, they have many layers. I feel like you don't expect how deep they are. Damn, look at this reading, Aries. This is clearly someone finds you very attractive, or you find someone very attractive. And you can't make this stuff up. Again, if you're not looking for love, I would say that you are really looking for fulfillment. I mean, 3 cards of major fulfillment, plus actually 4. You have the Ace of Cups as well. So you are looking to, I kind of feel that you are looking for something to commit to. So again, take the reading how it resonates. And again, I feel both for some of you. It's like maybe there's love and you're also 4 wands. It doesn't have to be marriage. With the Star, the Empress, you could just be looking for an abundant situation to commit to, like something to work on, a project, a business. I feel for those of you in business that you're doing things to make your business more abundant. And I would definitely keep doing that. But what I would say here is that there clearly could be love coming in for you. This feels like something, I'm not sure if you have your eye on them or they have their eye on you. It's like this person could be famous or you're famous. You have the Star here, or you get a lot of attention. I mean, obviously not all of us are famous, but I don't know, someone gets a lot of attention here with the Star card showing up and the Empress. It's like there's a lot of eyes I feel here. I'm noticing everything about the eyes in this situation. Even this hawk here has its eyes covered on the Ace of Swords, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But there's something about eyes here or something. I don't know. That word is popping to my head. Maybe they have nice eyes or something along those lines. But either way, I feel like there could be, clearly there's a very strong connection. The reason this person is showing up in your past is because I feel like you have, again, either they've been in your life before or, but I don't think in love here, Aries. I feel maybe you just know them or you've known them, or they have their eye on you or you have your eye on them. So I feel like it's been a while if this is a love story for you here. For others, and for all of you, really, it doesn't matter. For all of you, Aries, I feel like you are on this like path to greatness. I mean, damn, Aries, this is like, I'm not even trying to be, dramatic here or anything. This is probably one of the better readings I've done for mid-February. Makes perfect sense. As I always say to you, you have Jupiter in your first house. So there's like a lot of attention, a lot of good things. I would say if I was being super picky about this reading, that the thing that I feel could be, holding you back the most is energy. So number 1, I would protect your energy. Number 2, I would make sure that, I would just make sure that you're not doing things that are like devil type things, addictions. I would make sure you're not just burning yourself out. We all have those things in life that are kind of like energy vampires, and they don't have to be people. They could be activities, food that we eat. It could be anything. And, it's like that's one thing I've really focused on this year is like removing anything that is an energy vampire from my life. And it's helped out a lot. I have a lot more energy lately because of it. It takes a little bit of time, I think, but, you'll get there. You have the Queen of Wands. I don't know, a lot of attraction here. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. Empress, this card. But I feel there could be like a very seductive connection entering into your life. It's very, I do have the word taboo popping into my head for some reason. So it's like people could tell you that you shouldn't be with this person, or people could be telling you that it's not worth it or not to go for it or whatever. I wouldn't listen to anyone. She has this black cat here, and during the times of tarot, black cats were considered very unlucky, and she doesn't care. The whole point of the card is that the only thing she cares about is what she likes. She doesn't care what everyone else says, so she just does the things that she wants to do. And that's what I feel for you here, Aries, not just in love, but in all areas of your life. I would be listening to what you want to do. I wouldn't be listening to other people. I feel like I've been saying this to you for like 2 years now, so there you go. You have the Ace of Swords, which is like your inner truth. Even if we look here, this angel, this is your higher self angel, and you can see that it has this sword. It kind of looks like the Ace of Swords. in its hands. So there's some sort of truth that needs to be exposed here, but I don't think it's like you're telling the truth. I think it's that you are living your truth. You're doing something that is the truth. It has nothing to do with like telling someone the truth or anything like that, right? I do feel that, again, there could be a person who's approaching you if you're not approaching them, and I feel like they want to tell you the truth, that they're interested in you. So, there you go. I mean, we literally see it right here, like going up. Either you or them have been, like, I feel like you've been praying for each other. You can see on the Four of Swords that this guy is praying and going up to the Ace of Cups. There you go. It's like you are getting something you've been praying for. I also see this as a victory in business, is what I would say here. I have the word follow-up popping into my head as well. So if you have a business, it's like maybe you need better follow-up, like email or something like that. So you might want to look into ways to kind of like engage your audience or whatever is what I would say here. I've been encouraging people to focus on authenticity because we have Pluto in Aquarius, and it's like, I'm sure you've been on plenty of email lists, right? In your day, Aries, and it's like most people, it's like sell, sell, sell. I would be focusing relationship, building a relationship with the people in your business because, again, I'm telling you right now, Pluto in Aquarius, authenticity, and building relationships will make you more money than anyone else, times a billion. So, build those solid relationships, and, because people can see the truth very clearly right now, and that, that's what I would be doing. With the Lovers, yeah, I mean, duh. Page of Cups, secret admirer, or you are the secret admirer. I'm not sure who it is here, Aries, but somebody is the secret admirer. I feel like someone needs to open up, for sure. So, this is like a knight in shining armor. Can't make this stuff up. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords here. If it's you, I feel like you don't want to make a mistake. Maybe you've been too hasty or too quick in the past. Maybe you've moved too quickly in the past. So you could be kind of like taking your time. I kind of feel like the opposite. I almost feel more Knight of Swords in reverse vibes, which is normally he's being too hasty. In the reverse, he might be taking his time. He might just be kind of going slowly. But so I kind of feel like you don't want to make mistakes. Same thing in business for a lot of you. But here's the thing, is that in business, I would be careful of thinking that you are making a mistake. Like you might be making changes and things might not be going according to plan, like right away. I feel like this is saying, don't just keep moving this direction. Keep going forward. I just see you like maybe you try something like email and maybe no one signs up for your email. I feel like this is saying, no, you just haven't figured it out yet. You're very close. Don't stop. Keep trying to get people to sign up. Do whatever you can. Offer more opportunity. Provide more value. Do those things because it's like you're very, very close is how I see this. But I kind of feel like there's a tendency to go back to your comfort zone, so I'd be careful of that. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, the truth will set you free is literally what the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords together says. So some sort of truth needs to be revealed. Obviously, if it's another person, we can't make anyone do anything, but, there you go. In your present, you have this Wonder card. I love this card. Again, to me, it says there's more below the surface. So, there you go. I don't even know why. I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I don't even know why I have an alarm set for 9:20. I've never changed it, but there you go. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like more below the surface. I'm getting something about exploring here. You have the Knight of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Wands. This is definitely like a knight in shining armor if you're looking for love. I feel like it's something very solid, very strong connection here for sure. And, I kind of feel like, I do feel like saying this is like everything you've hoped for. It almost feels a little bit dreamy in the sense that you almost don't believe it if you're attracting this person. They're showing up as a water sign here, but honestly, I feel more either Gemini, fire, or earth, but again, could also be an Aquarius as well. They could have, or they could just have major like placements in those signs, but that's kind of what stands out to me. I don't necessarily feel water sign, just throwing it out there. But again, take it how it resonates, right? Could be. But what I would say here is I feel like this person really, takes your breath away. So there you go. Knight in shining armor. Again, for a lot of you, I also feel this is saying you need to start planting seeds. I always say on a traditional Knight of Cups, he has water flowing in front of him, but he's standing in the desert. It represents the fact that he thinks that maybe the seeds he wants to plant won't grow, but there's water in front of him. So he can literally grow something in part of his life where maybe he has doubts because maybe he feels like there's no opportunity, but there actually is. You have the Four Swords, card of recovery. I feel like this person's a blessing if this is love coming in for you here, Aries. It's like you've been praying for each other. I feel like this, either you wake this person up or this person wakes you up to love, if you want love. This whole entire, like, people are always like, Chris, I thought you said you don't do love readings. I'm like, yeah, but when there's 900 cards in a reading that I do and they're all love cards, it's like, don't shoot the messenger. What am I supposed to do? Make something else up? I would say no. So I don't know, take it how it resonates. But I really feel that this is like two people who wake each other up to love, or like true love. Take it how it resonates, like I said. I kind of feel like you were dealing with a person who is an overgiver just in general. So I would be a little careful. Like, I'm being super picky here, Aries, but, I just get this feeling that they might be a little withdrawn. They might have a hard time now giving to relationships, but I kind of feel like they will shake out of that very quickly. But it's just because I feel like in the recent past, they were an overgiver. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is, of course, a card of marriage. I'm telling you right now, this could be the person that you marry. It could also be a Libra as well, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but it could be a Libra. And what I would say here is it could lead to marriage. Whatever it is, I feel like it changes your life. I mean, Four of Wands is a card of a finish line. These people are celebrating on the other side of this finish line here, which you can actually see right here. So they are finishing something, and it is considered to be a card of wrapping up a project, right? So even outside of love, some of you could be completing a project or kind of moving to the next stage of your business, which I definitely see here. I kind of feel like some of you are making your business like more legitimate. Not that it isn't legitimate, but I just feel like you're doing things that are kind of setting it in stone. Like maybe you had like a DBA, for example. Now you have an LLC, or now you have a website and you didn't. It's like I feel like you're making the moves to kind of make something more legitimate with that Four of Wands. Really good idea, by the way. I feel like it's going to help you significantly. But again, if this is love, this person changes your life, or vice versa. Take it how it resonates. With the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of attraction here. King and Queen of Wands showing up right here, and you probably won't be able to keep your hands off each other. So there you go. With the Four of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. Winning. Yeah, I mean, you are winning. I'm jealous of you, Aries. I'll just say that. I'm a Pisces. It's like I'm like one step away from you, right? But I'm jealous of your astrology for the next several years, because it's just really good. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good opportunity. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to put the work in. Nothing just happens in life. I always have to remind people, tarot isn't magic. Can't make anything happen for you. You have to take advantage of the opportunities. And again, clearly, if you're doing the same thing you have been doing for like 20 years, then you have to change it this next 20 years. Pluto and Aquarius, right? I always tell people, it's like if you're doing the same thing today that you did yesterday, you're stuck, right? So you have to do something different. With the Four of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Some sort of adventure. I feel like this could be long distance as well, I feel. The star can represent long distance. You're like dreaming of something that, exists out here, whatever out here is, right? And Page of Wands is adventure. I also feel like some of you are more adventurous. I just see you here, especially in the first part of this way, right? I see you doing little things where you're kind of, taking little risks. I don't know how to explain. Here's the best way I can explain it, and I don't want to bore you with a story, but it's like when I was in high school, I had to go on this like retreat thing with my high school, but it was only like some kids went to this like camp, right? I hate leaving home. I'm a Pisces. When I'm on vacation, I just want to go home, right? The entire time, right? Even if I'm having a good time. But eventually I warm up to it, right? And it's like I didn't want to be there when I first went on this like retreat thing, but by the end of it, I didn't want to leave, right? And I kind of get that feeling for you, where it's like you're pushing yourself past your comfort zone little by little, and it's like maybe you're a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like the more you do it, the more you want to do it. It's almost like you're getting addicted to success or something. I don't know. It feels really good. So love it. You have this card that says, a powerful change will transform your life. I mean, are you kidding me? Exactly what we're talking about. You have this growing up card. It says, relying on others to help you or hoping to be saved. I don't feel that for you. It says, heal your wounded inner child to get ahead. Some of you, I definitely feel that, right? Why do I feel like this is? I feel like I'm looking at someone. Very strange, Aries. It's like I feel like I'm looking at someone, and it's almost like you see something all of a sudden. You've woken up to something. This could be in your past as well. It's like maybe your past lover or your past person. It's almost like I see you looking at someone, and you see something inside them, literally. I literally feel like some of you could have had visions with a person where it's like you saw something, where you're like, oh my God, I know what wound is, or I know what I need to heal. It's like there have been some answers that have come in for you. This could be in business as well. It's like you could have seen something where you're like, oh my God, I know the point I get to where I normally give up. I just have to step over the line, right? Four Wands says, all you have to do is step across the threshold. It's not even painful. It's not even scary. It is scary, but it's not. You just have to kind of complete something and take these new risks, and you'll be very successful. But it's almost like you've seen it recently. Something has, triggered this vision is what I feel. You have the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. You're focusing on the right things now. Actually, right here, Queen of Pentacles and the Star. She is focusing on this pentacle. She's not focusing on this rabbit right here. The rabbit represents like fears and anxiety on the Queen of Pentacles. It can represent fertility and abundance, of course, but she's focused on that pentacle. And you know what I find very interesting? This is the After Tarot. If we look very closely, she's looking at her own reflection in that pentacle. I feel that you could be seeing exactly what you want, and it's like seeing yourself as the thing that you want exactly is what I would be doing if I were you here, Aries, is like I would be seeing yourself as you want to be or something. I don't know. It's like I would be picturing yourself as something. Remember, I was getting this weird message. Again, you saw something in a person or a situation that triggered you, right? And it's like I feel like you've shifted your focus. I don't know. It feels very powerful, whatever it is. You have the Ace of Cups here. I mean, we've beaten this dead horse to death here. So I feel like there is clearly a very strong love connection. This would be very fulfilling. It almost feels like a fantasy to me. It doesn't even feel real. So take that how it resonates. But I feel like it is real. So I would go for it. You have the Empress here. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. You could also be seeing a person as very attractive in any gender, whatever gender, it doesn't matter. You've seen something about a person. Like if you are the secret admirer, Aries, if it's you, right? Not calling you out, but I totally am. If it's you, I feel like you've seen this person go through, it's almost like you've seen them go through something, but it's like something, or maybe you sense it intuitively, right? And it's like you sense something intuitively where maybe a normal person would be totally beaten down by a situation, but this person, it's like they just create. I feel like nothing can stop this person. I get a very unstoppable vibe. I feel like the two of you together would be unstoppable as well if this is new love. I also feel that whatever you're doing in business, again, unstoppable, Aries. I feel like you are pretty much unstoppable at this time. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. Past relationships have been a burden to you. So, and I also feel, again, that this isn't you. I feel this past person could be burdened by connections. I don't really feel it'll affect this connection if they approach you, you approach them, whatever, it doesn't matter. And, I don't think it'll burden you, but it might take them some time to open up. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups, yes. Definitely love, I mean, whatever. And with the Empress, we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, like I said, this person has certain boundaries. I feel like this will attract you to this person. It's like they have certain lines in the sand. They have certain things that they don't allow, certain boundaries that they don't allow people to cross, just in general. I feel like sometimes people can have certain boundaries that are almost controlling. I don't know how to say that, but that's what I get here, Aries. I don't think this person's like that. I just feel like they have certain boundaries, and I feel like they will make you aware of these boundaries, and it's like your choice whether or not you kind of stick to those boundaries. I feel like you will this person changes you in some way, or like I said, vice versa. It's like you don't want to cross it anyway. So there we go. For your outcome, you have this purification card. Yeah, I feel like you are feeling purified for sure. There's some sort of purification coming in because you have the Temperance card, which is also a transformation. So but the thing with the Temperance card, by the way, is that it can represent needing to turn one thing into another, but we could say that he's like purifying the water, and he's turning something into something else. It's a card of transmutation. So I feel for a lot of you that you are learning that you have the power of turning one thing into another. You can take a positive, turn it into a negative. You can take a negative, turn it into a positive. The choice is yours with the Temperance card. You have the Star card, some sort of wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. There's some sort of wish coming in for you, but it's because you see something. The Star can represent seeing the big picture. It can represent kind of, having like a bird's eye view. And I feel like you are seeing the big picture in life or maybe in a situation, and it's almost like it's leveled you up very, very quickly. I don't even know how to say what I want to say here, but other than it's like sometimes I think we could be with a person, we're lowering ourselves to be with that person. Then we wake up, we see what we're doing, we leave, we demand our value basically or whatever. Same thing in work. If you're at a job and you're selling yourself short by staying at a job when you could be getting paid more or whatever somewhere else where you actually will be valued, it's like it kind of levels us up, and that's the energy I get here, where it's like you saw something about maybe yourself or about a situation, you left, you decided to heal, whatever, Four of Swords and the Star, and because of that, you're leveling up here. Love it. You have the Nine of Cups as well, fulfillment, wish fulfillment. So definitely could be a solid love connection, which will be very fulfilling. I also feel like you're kind of being rewarded here. The Nine of Cups says make a wish, but it's like total abundance. With the Temperance card, you have the Chariot, winning. I said at the beginning of the reading that you are winning at this time, clearly. And I feel like this could be a long distance, by the way, so there could be some travel involved, but, whatever, take it how it resonates. I do feel there's like some sort of victory coming in for you here. With the Star, you have the Five of Cups, a little bit of that, like, worrying about the past, and I would let that go. I also feel like some of you could be thinking about past situations, and, it's kind of like one of those things. I have more like Two of Wands type energy. Do you have the Two of Wands here? No. But I have more like Two of Wands. And what I mean by that is, no, this doesn't represent the Two of Wands, but, Two of Wands can, on the negative side of things, can represent feeling like you're going to miss out. He has that wand behind him, and so the wand behind him represents something that is complete, something that he no longer has to hold on to, and he's reaching forward to the other wand. He's got the whole world in his hands. But it's like sometimes I feel like maybe he's still kind of like, do I let go of this thing behind me? And I feel like this is saying, yes, there's nothing in your past for you. Plain and simple. Everything is in front of you. I think I said that at the beginning of the reading. I'm pretty sure. With the Nine of Cups, yes, Devil. Again, I would just be careful with past person. It's like this, you get this new person, things start going well. That's when a past person could kind of pop up. It could also be this person's past person, whoever's coming in for you. Could also be a Capricorn coming in for you. I kind of have a weird situation popping into my head where, like, make sure you don't overreact, right? If you're meeting a new person, and remember this, it's like in the future, I feel like this person, their past person might reach out to them, and maybe you see it, and maybe it triggers you or something like that, but I feel like they're going to tell this person off anyway. So, it's like, don't even, I just wouldn't worry about it. You might be seeing it like, oh, they're still talking to their past person. I don't think so. I think if you were to read the message, they probably tell them to get lost. So, that's what I'll say there. It's popping into my head, so there you go. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this domination card. I feel like you are dominating. I feel like you are, clearly this whole entire reading is like Aries domination. As in you are dominating. You are becoming very successful in winning. I feel like you're just winning in life. So, love it. You have this convention card. I don't like this card right now. I'll tell you why. Because we have Pluto going into Aquarius. Convention is the way things have always been done. And I feel like we need to break convention. Literally, even Pluto leaving Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is kind of looking for efficiency. And also, Pluto in Capricorn is the death to convention. The death to the way things have always been done. So I feel like if you're... I say this all the time, but... it's very true. And here's the problem, is like the Two of Wands analogy that I gave you, is I feel like all of us, including me, I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. Like, trust me, I have to work on these things like crazy, right? And that's why I remind people, because I need to remind myself, right? That we are going to like want to reach back. We're going to want to hold on to things that we thought were supporting us, whatever those things are. But we just need to remind ourselves that everything is in front of us and we'll be fine. Don't be afraid to innovate. You have this enthusiasm card. You cannot make this up. Every single person has had this card. And, I like to remind people that this deck, Oracle of the Radiant Sun, there's about 900 cards right here. And that deck, so it cracks me up when a card like this repeats itself in such a big deck. It's like there's so many other cards in this deck that I could pull that I have not seen since I did these readings. But I feel we need to follow our enthusiasm. I also kind of feel like since everyone has had it, that it could just be saying that we're entering into a much more happy, lucky time. I don't think things are going to be perfect, obviously, but things are going to be better. Here you go. You have this isolation card. I'm telling you right now, I feel like you're attracting a person who's in isolation, or you are in isolation. I really feel like it's them for the most part. So remember with that Four of Swords, it's like there's that lady on this Four of Swords in the After Tarot. I almost feel like you're pulling someone out of isolation. So I don't know. I feel like this person has been hurt, but I feel like you are almost kind of waking them up or something. And finally, you have this friendship card. You might start out as friends because, again, if this is long distance, You have the Chariot. There will be travel, but it's clarifying the Temperance card, which is like patience, right? So it's like obviously there's going to have to be some patience in like when you get together or whatever. Maybe you start out as friends. Maybe I feel like they'll tell you this right away that, they just got out of something or, it could have been months ago, but, I feel like they'll tell you that they just kind of want to take their time. I feel like this person's like, if you're worried about competition or whatever, Star, like I said, I feel like this person, it's like, I feel like they're too busy in the first place to even like worry about them dating other people. It's like there might be competition, there might be people interested in them, but I feel like their mind isn't even there. It's like their mindset isn't even like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship. I feel like they want to dominate the world as well. So, I wouldn't even worry about this. I feel like you'll start as friends and then it'll go from there. Really good reading, Aries. Love this. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.